Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Mohammed Zaman again from BrightMind AI. We wanted to talk about some stuff that these are crucial, something we need to know. Not that exciting, but we do need to understand some core foundational component. I'm going to be talking about context window, tokens, and credits. What are these things? Like when you are building something with AI, you actually need to know those things, and that's why I will cover those things. I'm gonna jump right in. I'll give you some definition of it, and then afterward I'll show you in practicality. But again, today we're not building any exciting stuff, but something you want to know why it matters. Okay, so let's jump in and let me show you the screen. I'm gonna show you something that I have run already. Is I want to know about token, context, and window. Hey ChatGPT, why don't you tell me something? What are those things? So if you look at it, a token is a chunk of text which is approximately 4 characters in English. Like ChatGPT is cool, would be about 4 tokens because this is 16 characters. What it is, it counts the space, like every character. It's equivalent. It's not perfectly scientific as such, but it is equivalent. Context window, on the other hand, is when you type something, you ask a question. Is that right? You call it prompt, input prompt. So let's say I ask something, hey, tell me about something, and whatever that is, it comes back with something, and that response, that's called response window, response token. So input token is the one that I'm asking a prompt. Response is the one that I'm getting a response for. Combining those two is the context window. And that is input plus output. So that's the context window. Then some platform actually use some sort of credits like Claude and like Lovable. We build this stuff with Lovable. They use this credit because you can ask one singular question, and essentially it doesn't count the input and it doesn't count the output. Combine all of those things. Whenever you type, hit enter, boom, that becomes 1 credit. Hit enter again, that becomes another credit. So whenever you have, so why does it matter really? If you have applications with credits, you want to have the prompts done first so that you actually use less credit. See, that's a small trick. Otherwise, you might be typing it like 10 times and you ran out of 10 credits already. But if you have iterated and figured out properly and then use the credit, that's a singular credit. I'll show you in action in a moment. So in reality, like about 500 word article would take about, I would say, 1,000 tokens or so. And that matters because of the fact how many tokens. If you're using API, token really matters, but if you're using flat $20 or free version, it might not matter as much. But you do want to understand when you go to large scale production, you do have to do it. Now there are some limitations. I am going back here one version because a lot of you guys are using free, and some of those things are available, tools are available in the free version. I'll show you the latest version. Most of the time not everything is available or charged because it's in beta per se or experimental, then you don't get those charged. But again, you want to know. For ChatGPT, you have 128K for 4.0. That's your maximum context, meaning your input. You attached some files and your output. So all of these combined, I can have 128,000 tokens max. In Gemini 1.5, you can have 1 million. In fact, 2.5, you can have also latest one 1 million. It's gonna get to about 2 million at some point. Grok about 128K. Grok 1.5. Grok latest version is 3. That you can get also 1 million tokens. Claude 3.5 is 200K. Again, that's for the Sonnet version of it. 3.5. 4.0 gives you a bigger number. I believe it is about 1 million also. And Deepseek version 2, 128K. So what you can see, this is why it's very important. You're writing a big things and it gets chopped off. Why? Because it ran out of context window. And that's really one of the very important piece. So you want to know about multimodality as well. Different multimodality means You type text, you get text back. You type text, you get image back, or you get audio. Remember, we made a music, or code. So multimodality gives you text, image, code, video, audio, all of those things. It's fantastic. Really a good focus area that you want to know. So again, if you are looking for multimodality, you're looking for some multimodal LLMs. So I will not go into much more detail. It's going to be boring and you might lose your interest. However, I'm going to show you very quickly some detail area on each one of those that I identified and discussed, something like that for the latest version. So if you look at it, GPT-4o and the flagship version, this is the latest version. It gives you some context window size of 1 million token for in 4.1. This is the new version. 4.0 is still everybody using it. It's 128K in production. API flagship supports 1 million. This is very important. Now, you also need to know output size. Okay, I write something, but what's the limit on the output? It is 16,000. And that's where you're going to hit a lot of limit, essentially. Just so you know, there is something called knowledge cutoff. Since when, until when, unless you click the button says internet search or deep search, then you can get to its newer knowledge per se. Okay, so if I get to the other one, Gemini, which is the Google version of it, it is also 1 million tokens. Again, 2 million coming up shortly, but it is you get 1 million token out of it. Now this is the knowledge cutoff without internet search is January, but with internet search you can get the latest version as well. It does provide multimodality, text, audio, image, video, all of those things. And remember, it comes from the Deepseek, VEO, Imagine, all of those gives you some idea. Now there are some pricing on the API side. The million token cost on an average from input perspective, anywhere you go between $1 and $2, $1 and $2. Output cost you about $10 for everything, anyone that you do. The amount of output that you get typically cost you about $10 per million tokens. That's the thing that you need to remember. Grok 3, again, this is limited to 128K or 131K to be exact. There is in big brain mode, if you know it, if you're a tech person, you would know, that would give you 1 million tokens for the context window size. Again, you get to see some interesting stuff for each one of them. They're fundamentally different because everybody wants to have a leg up from somebody else, and that's why these are very, very important piece. Claude 4 Sonnet, which is the latest version, gives you about 200K token. And again, the output is limited to 64K. This is where you want to be carefully writing a very large complex application. The code gets cut off. It says that you hit the limit. You have to hit continue. Then you're the one who needs to paste it together. This is where people say that, okay, if you're doing coding with AI, there is a lot of issues. This is one of the big issues. If you think about that from the perspective, the context window, the token, number of tokens that you can provide, and the actual output, number of output token. Deepseek, which is the latest one, is May 28th version R1. It also has 130K token. Deepseek is really good at coding. If you guys noticed it, and people use it when you use raw LLMs. Deepseek, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, all of them can do fantastic coding, give you some concept of it. And again, it has done those search and reasoning and thinking. So these are fantastic stuff that you can do, but look at the limits of those things. Now, if you want to look at quick summary, I can provide you those things. However, I don't want to give you this feedback because 2 months later you come in and you say that whatever I told is wrong. It is gonna be wrong, guaranteed, because these numbers are always changing. But keep in mind, you always want to check it out with the LLM that you are using, large language model that you are using, has the proper functionality and especially built for those. I'm going to show you a few things. Let's say I went to ChatGPT. I ask it, let's just come up with something. Give me top 10 ideas how I can build an application to make $100 million per year. Okay, so I just ask a simple question. Okay, give me top 10 ideas, and I'm gonna ask the same question to Claude. Give me a second. Oops. I'm gonna ask same thing to Deepseek, and I'll ask same thing to Gemini. Hey, give me top 10 idea. I'm not gonna do everybody, just lack of things. The top 10 app ideas with $100 million per year potential, AI powered personalized education skill development. You're gonna find it almost everywhere. This is interesting. Hey, I just came up with this thing spontaneously to give me those ideas. Now, hyper personalization, wellness, longevity. Okay, B2B SaaS for AI driven workflow automation. This is a good one as well. I see that when I do some consulting, people are asking for it. Decentralized creator economy platform for micro monetization. I gotta read up on it, what it is all about. Sustainable living and eco-conscious marketplace, AI-powered mental health and emotional wellness. Super app for local services, community engagement. It is important for have some localized services. I think this can give us a lot of traction, very immediate traction. Advanced gaming platform with Web3 embedding. Enterprise grade no-code, low-code AI app builder. Wow, really? That would be very good if I can build one myself. Smart home OS and IoT management hub. So I would say that AI-powered personalized education skill system sounds really good. Let me look at Deepseek. Deepseek has thought about it. It kind of like went through that whole reasoning model and came a hyper-personalized AI health coach, AI-powered co-pilot with high-value professional, global talent management. I do see this skill and workforce readiness type of things everywhere. Personal finance automation, next-gen immersive learning and simulation platform. Fantastic. There are two of them for that. So maybe skill is one of them, one of the big ones. Integrated sustainability platform. You see this. Of course, my Claude is not performing very well. So I just had to refresh it. Enterprise B2B, AI-powered enterprise analytic platform, vertical SaaS, API, marketplace, B2B service marketplace, fintech, consumer application, education, technology. So health education I can see everywhere is essentially a trend. So let me see what ChatGPT told me. AI career coach, job application. Again, this is a fantastic. I can come up with some idea right now, because if I can do the skill, job, career, all of them together, this could be a really good $100 million app idea. That may hopefully make sense to you. But the whole idea that I did it, I asked for it, I wanted to see how much token did I use. So I'll ask a question: how much token did I use so far? What is my context window limit? So if you look at it, I'm gonna copy and ask everybody. So it actually tells me that it based on this conversation, I used about 22,000 tokens. This is a lot, and it's actually, I have a limit of 128,000 tokens for this particular context window, and it just shows you how it did it. So fantastic. I'm gonna find out. I'll tell you their limitation, and a lot of them don't remember real-time prompts. So this it just told me this does not have access to that, so I cannot actually get that information, to be honest, from Claude. I'm gonna see if I can get that from Deepseek, and if I can get that from Gemini. So if you look at it, not everybody can give you some ideas. However, this is very important. Gemini does not have access personal memory of our past interactions, so that it cannot give me specific tokens, but it can tell me how I can get those things. Again, I'm not interested. I wanted to know really quickly. On the other side, Deepseek actually provided this used only 2170 tokens. My initial query had 150 tokens. Detailed response had 2000 tokens, so it's about 2170. This particular follow-up is about 20 tokens. So I like Deepseek gives you more details, so you get to know about the token. So you understand the tokens are input token, and the attachment, if I provide any attachment plus the output, all of them together, all these tokens together become the context window limit. This tells you the context window limit is 128k. We are far from hitting it, but looks like that my ChatGPT used a lot of tokens. Deepseek used significantly less. The other two is unknown. Okay, then the credits. How does the credit work really? Now let's say if I want to build this very quickly, I'm gonna take this AI career coach. Okay, let's build this application using this idea. Okay, combine all and come up with technical and functional features. So what I'm asking it to do, okay, use that skill development stuff and something that people talked about in any other places. Let me see, fintech, investment, consumer, education, technology. I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna copy and paste everything related to skill and workforce readiness. You all want to have a job or you want to make money or something. I'm gonna go to this one as well. Let me just go to where was the skill thing. Give me 1 second. Number 6, immersive learning and simulation platform. That's one thing. And I'm just using ChatGPT for this moment, making it easy. So I put everything in one. I think it had another one, remote work, global talent marketplace, and let me see, did it have anything else? No, this is good. And I'm going to go to Gemini. What about the ideas? Personal AI powered personalized education. I'm just going to use this few things. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to combine it, and I'll show you why I'm doing it, because of the fact that I want to show the credits, where the credit issues are coming in. So again, you get to see at this moment ChatGPT is coming up with a combined technical and functional requirements. Product name example is careercopilot.ai, learn, grow, get hired. Love it. I really like it, to be honest. So it is the AI career coach, job application copilot, personal learning hub, immersive simulations, global talent marketplace, corporate dashboards, and yeah, give me 1 second. Wow, it gives me tremendous number of amazing features. Alright, good enough. So I'm not modifying anything at this moment. I'm just gonna go to something that uses credits, like Lovable, for example. And you guys know I used Lovable before with you, and so I'm just gonna go to this, and I'm gonna start creating, asking. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Create a Lovable prompt to build this application. So again, I'm asking this to build a Lovable prompt, and this would give me the prompt, and I'm going to copy and paste that prompt into Lovable, as well as I'm going to get a knowledge base out of it as well. So if you see this is the problem. This is a prompt title is build a modular AI enhanced career learning and talent management platform. Fantastic. I got the job application dashboard, all these features, front end, back end, and everything. Then I'll just copy items and not changing anything, asking this to provide and build me this. Now what it did, if you look at it, I used 76 tokens out of 200 that I have, and I have 5 daily credits. So what Lovable gives you for free, you can use 5 credits. And then afterward, every time you type a prompt, hit and enter, it actually uses 1 credit. So it doesn't count the tokens and the context window, it counts those as credits. And that's extremely important for all of you to understand. So every day you can use 5 credits for free, every day. And after 5, you start paying for it. If I go to settings, and I'm going to show you my plans and billing, I'm actually at this moment using 200 credit per month, and that gives you $60 per month components. Basically, I have to pay $60 per month to get 200 credits, but you get anything left over comes over to the next month credit. So again, when you don't lose anything out of it, you pay for it. If it is unused, it goes to the next month. I think it started like a few months ago, last 2 months ago maybe. Before, use it or lose it. Now you don't have to think about too much like, am I gonna use all of them, am I gonna lose all of them? But typically, if you are getting hooked on building application one after one, trying it out, this is a really good one, and as well as you can iterate. What I found out, for a good sized, large, complex, mature application, you need about 20 to 25 credits. So maybe for 100 credit, if you pay $30, it's about cost you about $6 to build a really good, nice end-to-end application. And that also counts for Superbase, which is a different credit. You pay differently, and you can integrate, of course, with the GitHub. If you have the GitHub is for free, or if you are paying for it, that's different. Now this is only for the credit that is running here, and what it is building all these codes. If you go to the preview mode here, you get to see all the codes it's building, or essentially if you come back here, you can see actually when it's typing live on the screen all the codes that's doing. Again, everything count as tokens. Every 4 character, this if you look at this one would be 4, meaning that would be 1 token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.5 tokens basically. So you get to see whenever the lines become really big, so you know after like about certain number of lines, each of the line I found out on an average taking about 10 credits or so. So that if you have 459, that would be 4,590 credits already used for output token. Remember, I have an output token limit of 16,000. So once I hit that 16,000, it's not going to build anything afterwards, essentially. And it would give me error, it would give me other things, So I would not have the things that I would want it. Now again, it gave me this. That's why when I click on it, there is nothing there because it ran out of token. It didn't want it to do anything. It might have done one thing, career coach, MBTI assessment, and 90-day plan, and career mapping and something, but I cannot go anything beyond that. Nothing is there. So what I have to do, because my context window size is 16K, I ran out of that token, that context window. I used 1 credit to do this. Continue building the application. And that's it. I'm just going to do that, continue building. So what it's going to do, it's going to go to the next one. Then next time you might have the learning hub and the job copilot and the marketplace. So you will continuously start building this. Remember that this is why you need to, even though it's boring, this is why you really need to understand. I need to know what token is. I need to know what the context window is. I need to know the limits of the application that uses. Actually, Lovable in the backend is using Claude. So the Claude limitation applies to Lovable, and similarly you can do research and finding out. So hopefully, even though it was a little bit boring, but it is going to be a foundational knowledge you need to have. I simplified as much as possible. You can go read up much more deeper and start building and really amazing stuff that can give you truly what we are targeting here, a $100 million revenue application that you can get. So with that, I want to thank all of you, and you are listening to me for quite some time, and these are the things are always exciting. You get to see a lot of new AI stuff. I'm looking forward to coming to a next more exciting stuff and show you something new. Okay, with that, thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.